Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back here with another KASPA video. Before we get into it, could you Mike Tyson the like and subscribe button? Well, the whole markets took a little tumble. You can see KASPA is down about 6% to 16 cents. It's held up pretty well so far, but taking a little tumble. But hey, part of this video is low time preference. That's used in the Bitcoin community a lot, but people with high time preference want quick rewards. It takes a lot of patience, lots of ups and downs. You can go look at any chart that's been around a crypto longer. You zoom out with Caspa. This is it came alive in the bear market, and it's only really been going up and pulling back, going up, pulling back. It was just a week ago that it hit all-time high. Someone said, "Man, it's just been going." It was like 7 months ago, and all this stuff, and KRC20, and blah blah blah, and but it just hit an all-time high last weekend, or a week ago. So I don't know what people expect. Um, okay, so it's not $5, but then also we're talking about low time preference. And then we're also talking, and I just saw this, someone in the Nacho Discord posted this, impatient mode on or off. So, like this right now, at least in my Casper wallet, it just shows my balance, and it doesn't show the nacho I minted. That's fine. It's gonna, that's what I'm seeing in there still. That's fine. I know that maybe the Casper bot's working on trying to get, so you can see it. But those things are going to take a little while. As far as I can tell on Casplex there, there's no new updates. So you're probably looking at least a week. Casper had some updates yesterday. Nothing new there. Another thing is, I don't know who this is, Jeff Seckinger. He's got almost 18,000 followers on X. Crypto investor since 2013. General partner at Orca Capital. Founder CEO at algorithmic trading company NERP. And apparently he's flying on a private jet, and he's teaching them about, so cool, I guess. And so, really, when you look at Caspa, 99.9% of the people in the world don't even know about Caspa. Here it is, 93%. And so you can see hash rate's looking good, spending a little bit more time over 400. That keeps growing. I don't know if the market's tumbling. It looks like Germany, if you go on Arkham, it looks like people are worried that Germany's selling a little bit more. They did have, well, Bitcoins went down in value, but, in the last month, they're moving some Bitcoin out. So, they're selling it in chunks, whether that's a good idea or not, that's what they're doing. And so you just got to be patient. Some of the stuff will sort itself out. And so another thing in the title is 20x FUD. Now that was kind of just going off yesterday at 17 cents. I saw a YouTuber that said it's basically guaranteed to minimum 57x. That would put it at $9.69. So I know some people think, I've kind of thought maybe 2 or 3 is possible next year. Now maybe your time preference is even lower, and you're just 2029, 2033. You're like looking at cycles way out in the future. But 20x from 17 cents is $3.40. Who knows? Like some people said, we have to get the dollar first whenever that happens. But in the end, a lot of people really throw big numbers out there, and if somehow you do have a project, some people act like if you're not getting 100x or 500x, that whatever you're invested in is not doing good. But 20x would take a long time in the stock market, and if you got that within a year or even a year and a half, that's still pretty amazing. So none of us know the future. You just got to have a level head. I try to look at like market dominance and stuff like this, and it's still numbers. It's not going to accurately predict it. And I know some people think that it might get up to 15 or $20 million market cap. I think in general, the everything doesn't get up as high as everyone thinks. If you looked at every project, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and you looked at every community and looked at what people are projecting it to be, the market cap for crypto next year would be 100 trillion. If you looked at XRP, Cardano, everyone's bullish predictions, Dogecoin, everything, the whole market cap would be 100 trillion is what people think it would be. most likely it's not going to be as high as people think. I think somewhere it's going to land between 6 to 10 trillion. It really depends on how much money is being printed, things like that. But um, the more time KASPA's down, the more we can buy it. That's true. I think I think it's good. I think once, I don't know when this month on when the KRC20s come online, but they'll come back online, and I think the market being down could be good. Now at that point, maybe KASPA, there's a spark on the lit on KASPA and it goes up to 25 cents or something. Maybe gets into the top 20. At that point, more people might start paying attention. So it really depends on your game plan with KASPA. You know, there's multiple factors, and you're changing your price targets a little bit. You can kind of set maybe like a 99 cents or 95 cents. I want to front run and sell a little bit before a dollar. I don't know, or sell a little bit. $1.20 or whatever you think makes sense to you. Or maybe you're trying to keep your bag for the rest of for the next bull market. But for me, I want to take profits, do some real world stuff. And I've had my biggest regrets in crypto or having stuff blow up and not taking profits and writing it back down. Some of them will never recover. KASPA's, I think, is different, but also it depends on some of what the other crypto I'm holding is doing. If some of that outperforms my expectations, I might not need to sell as much KASPA. So at least want to keep 5 or 10% long term, but it could be more, probably not more than 50%. So there's a lot of things going on in the market. We just need to be patient. Eventually Germany won't have any more to sell, or maybe some people in their government will want to keep some Bitcoin. It's not a ton of money for a government, a couple $1 billion to hang on to if you think it could be strategic. Let's check out the proof of work. You can see there's still KASPA and Dogecoin are pretty close. I think eventually KASPA is going to flip Dogecoin again. It used to be number 2. So we just got to be patient. And also just it's a balance of, you don't want to sell too early, but you don't want to miss taking profits. Because just think, if a thought experiment is, if you're really focused on KASPA going to $10 and you want to take profit in the cycle, and say it only got up to $2.95, is as high as it got next year, which is still $3 is like a 75, $80 billion market cap. So that's not like, oh wow, KASPA only got $3. That's a complete failure on this cycle. I mean, if you looked at the chart, that would be an amazing run, because some people were buying in under a penny, some people bought in a penny, some people 5 cents, some people 10, 15 cents. So so you have that. But if you're expecting it to go to $10 and it only gets up to $3, and then if it has, say it got to $3.40 was the top, who knows what it's going to be. And then it goes, say it went down 90%. Oops. And it goes down 90%, then it would go down to 34 cents. So and yeah, that's fine. And people have been doing that with like Bitcoin or whatever for multiple cycles, holding on to it. But that's the balance of, you don't want to sell too early, but at the same time you don't want to write it up. And you can start looking at more metrics like chain exposed. You can see that these last few cycles, there's a certain amount of time where wallets are pretty much all in profit. And eventually that time runs out. Now it did go way down to where 70% of the wallets were in loss with the double top last time in the bull market. So who knows exactly how this is going to play out. Right now you got about 80% of the wallets are in profit. And then the bull market, that gets down to 48% of the wallets, 40% of the wallets. Most people are hurting. So we don't know how this is going to play out. But you just kind of want to, try to have a realistic price. And the thing is if you dollar cost average out, then if you sell and it keeps going up, then you still have some to sell. So I'm not saying what price to sell at. I just know that I've seen some other YouTubers throwing out stuff like 300x. I saw someone talking about how KASPA could 300x, and that was yesterday at 17 cents, which would put it at $51, which would put it at like a 1.3, $1.4 trillion market cap. That's for this cycle. Maybe it could do that in the future, 2030s, 2040 or something, maybe 2030s. future cycle, but this next cycle, it's not going to do a 300x in my opinion. It's not going to get to $51. So once people start pulling the calculator out in there, and it's fun to do that on your bag and go, wow, man, I'd have millions of dollars. But if you're thinking so big and then it just does something like $3.40, which is still a huge win, and that's why it's good just to dollar cost average out. That way, if it does really pop off further, and it can, then you still got some to sell. So let's see what some people are saying. Leroy, I think it takes off when it's going to pump, and we'll never see prices like this again. $1.95 is what Curtis is chiming in with. Germany bought more Bitcoin when the price dropped. Let's see. I just looks like there was some 2 days ago, 700 Bitcoin looks like it came in, or they're transferring between two different wallets. It seems like they have 40,000 Bitcoin right now. It seems like they had more. I thought they had like 50,000 Bitcoin before they started selling. But I guess they could be buying the dip. As so many people are holding KASPA, it'd be hard to take profits, right? I'm just new into KASPA. You can take profits. Right now, to me is the time to buy and hold, not a time to sell, in my opinion. I guess if you're someone that back here and you're a miner that's been mining a long time and you need to buy a new rig or something, sometimes we have to do things for life. You never want to make someone feel bad for selling, but right now is before the big explosion, in my opinion. The overall crypto market and KASPA's got so many catalysts that and it just hit an all-time high last week. So to me, is not a time to sell. This is a time to hold, time to buy. Figure out your dollar cost average plan for dollar cost averaging out, and realize that really, let's see, cast.fyi. I guess I got four wallets, four different, and I don't know, the average person probably has, especially with KRC20s, probably has two wallets. We're 394,000 wallets. I mean, there's probably really only maximum 200,000 people. I think a lot of people have two wallets. I have a Casper wallet, a couple Tangent wallets, and I had the desktop wallet, or the web wallet, the web browser wallet. So, I mean, there might only be like 150 or 200,000 people really holding. And I don't know, maybe the exchanges, there's people holding on exchanges that aren't in a unique address. But they might have a unique address too. I don't know. I don't have it on any exchanges. So there's only probably a couple 100,000 people that are really in KASPA right now. So 99.9% of the world. That just circles back to the low time preference if it's really going to take off someday. Yeah, the hash rate is heating up. You zoom out. Since I first started covering KASPA back in October, it was about 50 petahashes. So it's way up there to basically get right around 400 petahashes now, getting close to doing that consistently. Probably be 50 petahash or 500 petahashes maybe this year potentially. So at that point, that'd be a 10x in October. So say in October it does hit 500 petahashes, which I think is possible. That'd be a 10x in its hash rate. So the network's getting more secure. And, I think at some point here that the market will get ripping. And, I think it'll be good if KASPA, if you want to load up, then, you might be running out of time in these next couple of months. But once, KRC20 comes out, and if it's actually successful launch this time, then I think the price could go up. And then if you have the overall crypto market still going sideways and Bitcoin down, then KASPA is going to go up from 23 and can maybe get into the top 20, which could draw more eyeballs onto it. So that's all I got. I'm on the brink of getting into home mining. Well, that's pretty good. I think that there's a lot of people mining, and I think that especially once they increase more blocks per second, I think the home miner can still maybe have a shot. So I know there's a lot of people on Reddit talking about mining stuff. I don't know that much about mining because I'm not mining. I've just bought and held. But just take that low time preference. Try, if you're going to try to sell next year, try to come up with a good strategy to exit. If that's your plan, if you're planning on holding the future cycle, then you're good to go, and you just keep holding. Make sure you have it secure in a hardware wallet, and life will be good. Probably split it if you have a bunch, split it up between two wallets. So thanks for watching. Stay bullish and have a good day.